So it was a really weak book for me. And like I'm kind of shocked because when I went onto Reddit, people seemed to disagree. And everyone was like praising Sanderson and saying that this book was a lot more tightly written than the others. And I completely disagree. Like I was reading it next to my fiance, and my fiance was like, "How's it going?" And I was like, "Well, I'm in another meeting." And then I turned the page and I'm like, look, literally, it says, oh, Sigzo has to go to a planning meeting. I'm like, I don't want to read a book about meetings. I don't know. I'm kind of upset. Um, I feel like the premise of the first book of the Stormlight Archive was of a slave breaking from his bonds and, charting a course for freedom among other slaves. And I thought that that was, the series that I was reading. And like now, the series that I'm reading is a series about war. And it's about wartime tactics, and it's about wartime planning, and it's strategy sessions, which is just like so boring. And like, I still feel a little bit upset that Adeline has been elevated to main character. Like, I get that he's a good guy, but that doesn't make him an interesting person to read about. So yeah, it was not tightly written at all. Some people have also been kind of upset that Brandon Sanderson has, made his series so much about therapy and has made Kaladin a therapist. I'm not upset about it, but he has been recycling his plot lines way too much. Like, okay, like Seth is getting saved in the same way that Kaladin got saved, but we already read that. It's not new. And like, I really enjoyed Kaladin and Seth's journey. I really did enjoy their interactions, but the saving part felt like it was a very slow rapprochement, but once it was done, like as soon as Kaladin told Seth some basics about CBT, Seth just instantly picked it up and instantly got better, I felt. And like that's not realistic. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like we've strayed so far from the original premise of this book. The other thing that I really didn't like was that Shalyn was originally like some nobody, like from like out in the boonies essentially. And like now she's the daughter of, a herald. And like this just changes how I view Shalyn so much in a way that like isn't really positive. Like I feel like she just became so overpowered. Like as soon as we realized that she had control over not just one but two blades, and also she's the daughter of a herald, it's just like it's just not the hero's journey arc anymore. So yeah, I don't know. I think that the book has had some really nice moments of closure. Like I'm glad to have seen Seth's growth as a character. I think we were all rooting from him, even from book one. I'm glad to have seen Kaladin like ascend, I guess, and like bring that, full circle, right? Like essentially, like he started out from like being as low as you can get to being as high as you can get. And the fact that now the heralds can live out, their time between desolations or whatever it was in peace rather than in torture is an amazing step. And like that brought a lot of closure for me. But at the same time, it's just like what was this book? You know? I don't know. Um I was really let down. Yeah.